Get comfortable with English and Comfort Zone. This is your English listening practice podcast to help you learn and improve naturally.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to English in Comfort Zone, the channel where you can relax, listen, and improve your English at your own pace.
Today, we're talking about something very relatable and helpful daily routines.
Let's face it, being able to talk about your daily routine is one of the most practical and common things you'll need when learning English. Whether it's introducing yourself, chatting with a friend, or just explaining your day to someone, it's a great way to build confidence in speaking.
In today's episode, we're going to keep things simple and natural. First, we'll hear from Sarah, who will share her daily routine and how she spends her day. Then Liam will do the same and give us his perspective.
So, let's get started. Sarah and Liam, welcome to the podcast. We're so happy to have you both.
Hi, Ariana. Thanks for having me.
Hi, everyone. Glad to be here.
Okay, so first we'll listen to Sarah as she walks us through her day. Pay attention to how she organizes her routine, the phrases she uses, and how natural her flow is. After that, Liam will share his. Let's dive in.
All right, so my mornings usually start pretty early, around 6:30 a.m. The first thing I do is turn off my alarm, obviously, and then I just lie there for a couple of minutes trying to wake up. You know how it is, sometimes you need those few minutes to remember what day it is and what you have planned. After that, I head to the kitchen to make myself a cup of coffee. I can't really function without it, you know? I have this little coffee maker that I absolutely love. And I always use the same mug. It's like a small ritual that gets me going. Once I've got my coffee, I like to sit by the window for a bit. It's kind of my quiet time before the day gets busy. I'll scroll through my phone, check any messages, or sometimes read a few pages of a book if I'm feeling productive. The morning light coming through the window is really nice, and it helps me feel more awake and ready for the day. By 7 o'clock, I start getting ready. I usually shower first, then do my skincare routine. It's nothing fancy, just cleanser, moisturizer, that sort of thing. But I find that taking care of my skin in the morning makes me feel more put together. After that, I pick out something comfy to wear, especially if I'm working from home. I mean, why not be comfortable when you can, right?
That sounds really peaceful, Sarah.
Well, after I'm ready, I like to plan my day. I'll grab my notebook and jot down a quick to-do list. I find it helps me stay focused and not forget important things. Sometimes I'll even prioritize the tasks by importance or deadline. Then it's breakfast time. I usually go for something simple like yogurt with granola or scrambled eggs. I try to eat something healthy to give me energy for the day. And then by 8 o'clock or so, I'm at my desk ready to start work. I work remotely, so I spend most of my morning answering emails, attending virtual meetings, or working on projects. It's not super exciting, but it gets me into the rhythm of the day. I actually like working from home because I can control my environment, the temperature, the music, everything. So around noon, I usually take a lunch break. I try to step away from my desk completely, otherwise I just feel like I've been sitting all day. Lunch is usually something quick and easy, like a salad or leftovers from the night before. If I have more time, I'll cook something fresh. Sometimes I'll even try a new recipe I found online.
And what about the afternoon?
After lunch, I like to take a short walk, just around my neighborhood or to the park nearby. It helps clear my head and gives me a little boost of energy for the afternoon. Fresh air really makes a difference, especially when you've been indoors all morning. Sometimes I'll call a friend or family member during my walk, just to catch up. Once I'm back, I jump into the second half of my workday. Afternoons are when I tackle bigger projects or anything that requires more focus. I find that I'm usually more creative in the afternoon, so that's when I do my best work. I also keep a big bottle of water on my desk because I tend to forget to drink enough during the day otherwise. It's so easy to get caught up in work and forget basic things like staying hydrated. By 5:30 or 6, I usually wrap things up. I'll spend a little time organizing my tasks for the next day so I don't forget anything. I hate starting the day feeling disorganized. Then I officially shut down my computer and switch into relax mode. This is really important for me. I need that clear boundary between work and personal time. Once I'm done with work, I'll usually do a quick workout or some stretching, something light to get my body moving after sitting all day. It doesn't have to be intense, just enough to feel like I've been active. Then it's dinner time. It depends, but I love making pasta or stir fry. Sometimes I'll experiment with new recipes if I'm in the mood. Cooking is actually quite relaxing for me. It's creative and you get to eat the results. After dinner, I'll clean up the kitchen, and then I spend my evenings unwinding. I might watch a show, read a book, or just listen to music.
Thanks, Sarah. Now it's Liam's turn. Liam, can you walk us through your daily routine?
Sure, my mornings are a bit different from Sarah's. I'm not much of a morning person, so I don't wake up super early. My alarm goes off at 7:30, but I usually hit snooze once or twice before actually getting up around 8. I know it's not the best habit, but I really need those extra few minutes in bed. The first thing I do is make coffee. I'm a bit of a coffee enthusiast, so I like to grind fresh beans and use my French press. It's a small ritual that helps wake me up. The smell of fresh coffee brewing is honestly the best part of my morning. While the coffee brews, I'll usually check my phone emails, messages, maybe scroll through social media a bit. Not the healthiest habit, but it's how I ease into the day. I like to see what's happening in the world before I start my own day. Once I've had my coffee and a quick breakfast, usually toast or cereal, I get ready for work. I'm not someone who takes forever to get dressed, so this part is pretty quick. I leave the house by 8:45 because my commute takes about 30 minutes. I take the train. It's nice because I can use that time to listen to podcasts or read. It's one of the few quiet moments I get during the day. Sometimes I'll even review my notes for meetings or just plan out what I want to accomplish that day.
That sounds like a nice way to start your commute.
Once I get to the office, it's all about diving into work. I work in marketing, so my mornings are usually spent in meetings or brainstorming sessions. It's a lot of collaboration, which I enjoy, but I like the energy of mornings at work. There's something about everyone being fresh and ready to tackle new ideas. I usually have my second cup of coffee around 10. I know I drink a lot of coffee. Around noon, I take my lunch break. We've got a nice cafeteria at the office, so I usually eat there with a few colleagues. We talk about everything at work, weekend plans, even random stuff like TV shows or sports. It's nice to have that social time during the day. Sometimes we'll walk to a nearby restaurant if the weather is nice. After lunch, I get back to work and focus on individual tasks, like writing campaigns or analyzing data. So the afternoons at work tend to be quieter for me. I usually put on my headphones and focus on getting through my to-do list. It's a good time to really dive into the creative side of my job, like designing marketing materials or drafting content. I find that I'm more focused in the afternoon when the office gets a bit quieter.
And how do you wrap up your day?
By around 5 o'clock, I'm wrapping things up and checking emails one last time before heading out. I always try to clear my inbox before leaving so I don't have to think about work on my way home. I take the train back home, which is usually less crowded in the evening. I try to switch off. Sometimes I'll read a book, but more often than not, I just listen to a podcast. It helps me transition out of work mode. The commute home is like my decompression time. Once I'm home, I'll change into something comfortable and start thinking about dinner. I like to cook when I have the time, so I might whip up something simple like pasta or stir fry. If I'm feeling lazy, I'll just order takeout. It's actually relaxing for me. I find cooking helps me unwind from the day. After dinner, I clean up and then relax on the couch. Evenings are my time to recharge. I'll either watch a series I'm into, play video games, or catch up with friends online. Sometimes I'll call my family just to check in. I really value this downtime. Around 10:30, I start winding down for bed. I'll make some herbal tea, maybe read a little, and try to avoid screens before sleeping. I've heard that blue light can mess with your sleep, so I try to be good about that. I aim to be in bed by 11 o'clock. I think having that balance between work, relaxation, and a little bit of me time is important. Without that balance, I'd probably burn out pretty quickly.
Thanks for sharing, Sarah and Liam. Your routines are both so relatable and show how different daily habits can reflect individual lifestyles.
Let's talk about why discussing your daily routine can be so helpful, especially when learning English. First, it's a great way to practice using the present simple tense, which is commonly used for routines or habits. This is one of the most fundamental tenses in English, and daily routines give you a natural way to practice it.
For example, Sarah said, I wake up around 6:30 a.m. And Liam mentioned, I usually put on my headphones and focus on my to-do list. These sentences are simple, natural, and clear. You're not trying to use complicated grammar, just expressing what you do regularly.
Another great thing about talking about routines is that it helps you build confidence. Everyone has a daily routine, so you're talking about something you know really well. You don't have to worry about making up stories or facts.
Plus, it's such a common conversation topic. When you meet new people, they often ask about your day or what you do for work. Being comfortable talking about your routine helps in so many social situations.
If you want to talk about your daily routine, here are some points you can cover. Start with your morning. When do you wake up? What's the first thing you do? Do you have any habits like checking your phone or drinking coffee? These small details make your description more interesting.
Talk about your work or school day. What do you do during the day? How do you get there? What tasks or activities are part of your routine? Do you have any interesting colleagues or classmates?
Include your evening. How do you unwind after a long day? Do you cook, exercise, or watch TV? What helps you relax? This is often where people's personalities really show through.
End with your bedtime routine. What helps you relax before sleeping? Do you read, listen to music, or have any special habits that help you fall asleep?
You can also add details to make it more engaging, like hobbies, interesting moments, or small habits that are unique to you. For instance, Liam talked about enjoying podcasts on the train, and Sarah mentioned her morning coffee ritual and planning her day with a notebook.
Small details like these make your routine more personal and interesting. They give people a real sense of who you are and what your life is like.
Here's another tip. Don't be afraid to talk about the boring parts too. Not every moment of your day has to be exciting. Saying, I usually just watch TV in the evening is perfectly fine and very relatable.
Also, you can use connecting words to make your description flow better. Words like first, then, after that, next, and finally help organize your thoughts and make you sound more natural.
Finally, don't worry if your daily routine seems simple or repetitive. The goal is to practice expressing yourself naturally and confidently. It's not about how exciting your day is, it's about communicating it effectively and clearly.
That was a great session. Thank you so much, Sarah and Liam, for sharing your routines. It's always fascinating to hear how differently people structure their days.
It was fun. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. See you next time.
And to all of you listening, now it's your turn. Try talking about your daily routine just like Sarah and Liam did. Start with your mornings, move through your day, and finish with your evenings.
Don't forget to include small details that make your day unique. If you'd like, share your routine in the comments below. We'd love to hear about it.
And if you have any topics you'd like us to cover in future episodes, let us know. Don't forget to like this episode, subscribe to English in Comfort Zone, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new episode.
Thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you next time for more English practice. Take care and keep learning. This is English in Comfort Zone.